our listeners are they're walking, they're doing whatever they need to do right now. Maybe they're at work. What's something they can be doing right now to help them start to release some anxiety about their day, some anxiety about starting a new week? Maybe there's a big meeting coming up, or they have a big test or something. What's something they can start doing?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that you can really start doing is, if I go back to that, if you're going into a test and you feel really frozen and shaky and fearful, is shut off that side of your brain, that sympathetic nervous system, so that you can think rationally. Um, the funny thing is that with anxiety, and when that sympathetic nervous system is going, you can't be rational because that part of your brain isn't activated.
Mm.
um, it's just, it's kind of impossible. So when people say, well, now let's think through this, forget it. If you are in anxiety mode, you are fight or flight, don't even try because your rational brain is not activating. It's just, I like to call it the little caveman that lives inside your head, and he runs the show and he's really loud, and all he is doing is like keeping you alive. He does not know the difference
Yeah.
between some crazy story and like a saber-toothed tiger. Like, it's all the same. You're gonna die. um
Yeah. Oof. That's
yeah.
huge.
I, a lot of times with clients, my first question is, "Have you seen the movie The Croods?" And if you've seen the movie The Croods, then you know that anxiety is basically the dad in the movie, and he's like, "Get back in the cave, get back in the cave. We are not doing anything new, or we will all die." And that's really what it's like. So if you haven't seen the movie The Croods, you should watch it, and that explains anxiety perfectly. Um, so one of the things I like to do first is talk about, well, what do you want? Because we talk so much about what anxiety is and what it, you know, what are you afraid of? What is this fear? What are we talking about? But we don't talk about what we want.
Mm.
Like, these, no, that's what you don't want. Anxiety is what you don't want. What do you want? And I find a lot of times it's really difficult for people to get past that, but I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. So we start talking about ways that we can calm those physical sensations down and really switch your brain to the other side. And that's done through breathing and through different grounding techniques. I have 10 different grounding techniques I put on a guide that I think I sent you the link for that. That, I
Yeah.
mean, it's, yeah. Yeah, so I have 10 different grounding techniques, and those are just ways really to pull you back to where you are. So some people say, like, stay in your lane, stay out of my business, and I say stay in your time zone. Because if
Mm.
you are way out front, if you're way up in the future or way in the past, and you are not right here in this very moment, then of course you don't know what's going to happen. How could you?